deserve to be paid for what you've gone through.
Watch to win tickets to the Nashville Boat and Sports Show Monday at 11.
President Obama about to take new action on gun control. Republicans are already firing back.
I don't like anything having to do with changing our Second Amendment.
Millions face a rising threat. Historic floods in the Midwest move south. Lost in paradise. How Hawaii is dealing with an exploding homeless crisis.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong.
And the music teacher who has generations of students singing her praises.
Everything has changed in my life because of her.
This is the CBS Evening News.
Good evening. I'm Jim Axelrod. When President Obama returns from his Hawaiian holiday vacation tomorrow, he will begin his final year in office with new action on gun control. This past year, the FBI conducted more than 19 million background checks for firearm purchases. The president wants to expand background checks, and the executive orders he intends to issue do not require approval from Congress. But as Chris Van Cleve reports, Republicans aren't wasting any time voicing their disapproval.
The president's promise of action on gun control prompted immediate pushback from Republican presidential candidates.
Well, I don't like it.
Donald Trump speaking to John Dickerson, moderator of Face the Nation.
I'm going to have to take a look at it, but I don't like changing anything. Right now, they have plenty of rules and regulations, and they should be looking at mental health. I mean, we should build like institutions for people that are sickos. We have sickos all over the place, and that's the problem.
Senator Marco Rubio pledged to undo the Obama reforms on day one. Jeb Bush posted this campaign video criticizing President Obama.
Why don't you focus more on keeping weapons out of the hands of Islamic terrorists and less on keeping weapons out of the hands of law-abiding Americans?
Sources tell CBS News President Obama is considering an executive order expanding the definition of who is a gun seller to include people previously considered collectors who sell more than a certain number of firearms in a year. That would increase the number of transactions requiring background checks. Also being considered is requiring stepped-up reporting and tracking of lost or stolen guns. The NRA calls it nothing more than a political stunt and will do nothing to increase public safety.
Executive action is better than no action.
John Summers from the Brady campaign.
Can those types of actions result in less gun violence?
All we're talking about is keeping guns out of the hands of dangerous people, the people that we all agree shouldn't have them.
The president's previous executive actions on gun control have had limited impact. Jim, to override an executive order would require a veto-proof majority in Congress, action by the Supreme Court, or an executive order from the next president.
Chris Van Cleve, thank you very much. Let's bring in John Dickerson now. John, we just heard from Mr. Trump on gun control, but he's your guest tomorrow morning on Face the Nation, and you cover plenty of other topics.
That's right. We talk about the state of the campaign. We talk about the decisions he would make as president in the Oval Office, the role of women in the workplace, and what he thinks about being the star of a terrorist recruitment video. Let me ask you about a video that's been put out by Al-Shabaab. This is an ISIS-affiliated terror group. And in the video, they use you, Donald Trump, a clip.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what is going on.
And then the video goes on and says, the West will eventually turn against its Muslim citizens. They're saying to Muslims, either you join jihad or leave the United States because of what Mr. Trump is proposing.
Look, there's a problem. I bring it up. Other people have called me and they say, well, you have guts to bring it up because, frankly, it's true, but nobody wants to get involved. Now people are getting involved. People that are on different persuasions than me right now, John, are saying, you know, maybe Trump isn't wrong. We want to examine it.
Donald Trump's big strength is his bluntness. That's what voters like about him. But when it comes to being commander-in-chief, bluntness can have consequences. And this is an example of that. But there's been no evidence so far that this is hurting Trump. It's been the story of the campaign so far that people have said his big mouth will get him in trouble. But his supporters have stuck with him. And even those who are concerned that if he's president, these kinds of remarks will hurt America overseas, they say when he's elected, he'll have people around him who will help shave off the rough edges, Jim.
John Dickerson, thank you very much. Of course, you can see much more of John's interview with Donald Trump tomorrow morning on Face the Nation. Tonight, Missouri's Governor Jay Nixon is asking for federal aid to deal with historic Mississippi River flooding. Flood warnings are now in effect all the way from north of St. Louis down to Memphis, Tennessee. Tonight, David Begnaud is in Cape Girardeau, Missouri.
The Mississippi River has never reached this level in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, 48.86 feet. 95% of the city is dry thanks to a flood wall built to withstand water up to 53 feet. But there is no flood wall to defend the neighborhood of Red Star. Water Street has taken on a whole new meaning where homes and cars are underwater. Steve Cook is the city's public works director.
You just wonder if you'll ever see anything like this in your lifetime.
The so-called Great Flood of 1993 devastated this same area. Back then, hundreds of people lived here, but moved away after the federal government offered them buyouts. Some people stayed, and they are the ones underwater tonight. Joe Uzzaro is the city councilman here.
This is a 500-year floodplain. It's odd that it happened twice so close together.
Downriver on the Illinois side of the Mississippi River, Governor Bruce Rauner says water has overtopped levees.
Hundreds of families have been requested to evacuate. Unfortunately, the majority of families that we've contacted so far have said they don't want to evacuate, they want to stay with their home.
In the community of Olive Branch, we met the Bigham family, which has refused to leave.
That's a whole family right there. There's 6 kids that raised in that house.
David Bigham says he and his siblings will defend the family home that's been here since 1959. In previous years, they built a flood wall, but the water is seeping in. So they've added a barrier of 70-pound sandbags, plus 8 pumps that are running. It is a family fight against a powerful river.
You're worried about everything you got and everything you're going to lose.
Back here in Cape Girardeau, the Mississippi River crested 2 days earlier than expected. It crested last night, and tonight it is falling, but slowly. Jim, the river won't drop below major flood stage until at least Thursday.
David Begnaud in the historic floodwaters of Missouri, thank you. California has its own severe weather worries tonight. 4 El Nino-fueled storms are on the way. But as Carter Evans reports, the impact of El Nino is already being felt around the world.
The significant snowpack measured in California's Sierra Nevada this week is a welcome sign. But going from severe drought to floods and mudslides is also a concern, says NASA climatologist Josh Willis.
We definitely see big extremes whenever there's a giant El Nino like this.
The latest satellite image showing the warming of water in the eastern Pacific is almost identical to the 1997 El Nino, which caused significant flooding across much of California. This El Nino is already responsible for the warm northeast winter and deadly weather in the south.
During El Nino years, we tend to see a very active December and tornadoes late in the year.
The weather phenomenon is also causing flooding in South America and drought-related famine in parts of Africa. But the worst is yet to come, says Noel Arenas with the relief organization Oxfam.
So the UN estimates that around 87 million people will require humanitarian assistance as a consequence of El Nino in 2016.
And in drought-stricken California, El Nino's rain will only be welcome if it doesn't come all at once. Carter Evans, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Saudi Arabia executed 47 people today, its largest mass execution since 1980. Jonathan Vigliotti now has more on the consequences of one execution in particular.
This morning, Saudi state-run television reported all 47 men killed in today's mass execution were members of al-Qaeda, including prominent Shia cleric Nimr al-Nimr. But the charismatic religious leader was known by his followers as a peaceful reformist who opposed violence. News of the cleric's death sparked a wave of protests around the region. In the Iranian capital of Tehran tonight, demonstrators ransacked the Saudi embassy and set it on fire. In neighboring Bahrain, protests turned violent as police fired tear gas. And in Saudi Arabia, near Nimr's home in the eastern province, both men and women took to the streets chanting. Iran used their state-run news to condemn Nimr's death.
Despite international calls for his release.
Nimr rose to prominence after demanding more rights for the Shiite minority in the Sunni-ruled Saudi kingdom. He was shot and arrested in 2012 during anti-government protests that erupted as part of the Arab Spring. Today marks the largest mass execution on a single day in the country in the past few decades. Saudi officials defended them as an objective and legal way to ensure justice. But as the protests grew this afternoon, the European Union warned Nimr's death could have dangerous consequences for a region already fraught with sectarian tensions. Iran's foreign minister said killing Nimr will cost Saudi Arabia dearly. Jim, more protests are already scheduled for tomorrow in Iran and several other countries.
Jonathan, thank you. Nearly 200 Muslim employees at a Cargill meatpacking plant in Colorado are out of work tonight. As Jerika Duncan reports, they were fired for walking out after a dispute over prayer breaks.
Praying 5 times a day is a must for many Muslims. But Tony Aiden says missing even one of those prayers over a break time dispute caused him and many others to walk away from his job at this Cargill meatpacking plant in Colorado.
It don't matter if I don't have a job, my religion is more important, you know.
Cargill spokesperson Michael Martin says prayer is allowed, but he says a misunderstanding of company policy came on December 18th when 11 workers asked for a break to pray at the same time.
Coming from that specific work area would have disrupted the workflow. So the supervisor told the employees they could go pray, but they would have to go in smaller numbers than 11. It would have to be 3 at a time.
That following Monday, nearly 200 employees from the Muslim community didn't show up to work for 3 consecutive days. The company fired them all.
There are times when accommodation is not possible, but in the overwhelming majority of instances, we do everything we can to ensure that we do accommodate employees.
Jailani Hussein represents 150 workers who are now without work.
Now we are getting supervisors who are telling our clients to go home if they wanted to pray. If they are denied their basic right to practice their faith reasonably at their employment, they seem to be losing one of the most basic fundamental rights.
Cargill is now hiring to fill the shoes of those who walked out.
Areas have been set up at Cargill since 2009 to accommodate anyone who requested time to pray. The Council on American Islamic Relations is hoping to reach an agreement with Cargill, Jim, so those fired workers can return.
Jerika, thank you. Now to Pryor, Oklahoma, about 50 miles east of Tulsa, where a group of teenagers was up to some old-fashioned New Year's mischief, ringing doorbells and running away. Suddenly it got very serious when one of the homeowners shot one of the kids. Marley Hall tells us why the shooter may not face charges.
Cole Payton started 2016 in a hospital bed. Police Chief Stephen Lemming says the 14-year-old was shot while pulling a neighborhood prank.
We had some reports of some kids running around neighborhoods, ringing doorbells and running.
At about 1:30 a.m. on New Year's Day, authorities got a call involving Payton and 2 friends.
The homeowner felt that they were trying to break in, and so he fired shots at him, striking him twice.
Police say they found Payton on the shooter's front porch, struck in the arm and stomach. Samantha Perry is a neighbor.
I mean, that's just kids being kids right there. I mean, I don't think there should have been anything like that involved.
Police say Payton and his friends were unarmed and did not try to break into the house. Oklahoma's Stand Your Ground law allows the use of deadly force only if there is reasonable fear of imminent peril.
That's where the district attorney is going to have to decide whether the homeowner could use deadly force in that situation.
Cole Payton is a freshman football player, wrestler, and honors student. He remains in the hospital tonight in stable condition. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, New Year's twins born a year apart.
A cold can make you miserable. Luckily, Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough Liquid Gels rush liquid fast relief to your tough cold symptoms. Fast, powerful liquid gels from Alka-Seltzer Plus.
We stop arthritis pain so you don't have to stop, because you believe in Go. Onward. Today's the day. Carpe diem. Tylenol 8-hour arthritis pain has 2 layers of pain relief. The first is fast. The second lasts all day. We give you your day back. What you do with it is up to you. Tylenol.
Imagine you're a kid who's told your disability will be a lifelong struggle. Now, imagine a place where that same kid is told they can do anything. I don't have to imagine, because that kid is me. And that place is Shriners Hospitals for Children.
For over 90 years, Shriners Hospitals for Children has helped bring hope to children and their families, regardless of their ability to pay.
Because of Shriners Hospitals for Children, I can play basketball. I can paint.
I can play hockey.
I could climb stairs. I can write my name.
$19 a month from people like you lets Shriners Hospitals for Children help kids like me.
Will you send your love to the rescue today?
You're not just giving a child the care they need. You're giving them hope,
strength, joy, independence.
But we can't do it without you. Just 63 cents a day can change a kid's life like it did for me.
Will you send your love to the rescue today?
Your call says you care.
Your gift, no matter how small it is, can help a kid like me.
Like me.
Like Andrea.
When you call today, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and a reminder of the love you gave to a kid just like me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Thank you for giving.
Because of you, we see lives change every day.
Please, call or go online now. If operators are busy, call again or go online to loveshriners.org today. Your call says you care.
Working on my feet all day gave me pain here
in my lower back.
But now I step on this machine and get my number, which matches my Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts. Now I get immediate relief from my foot pain.
My lower back pain.
Find a machine at drscholls.com.
It is not uncommon for the governor of Hawaii to declare a state of emergency. But the one the governor declared recently was a little different. The cause wasn't a natural disaster. As Chip Reed shows us, Hawaii's homeless crisis is out of control.
This is the Hawaii you usually see on TV. Kirk Caldwell is the mayor of Honolulu.
As you can see, things look about as perfect as paradise can be.
But just down the street is this, Hawaii's crisis of homelessness.
People want to come to paradise. They get here with a job, but they find it's really hard to live here. Buying a home is super expensive. Renting a place is very, very expensive.
Many end up on the streets, on beaches, in parks, and in tent cities. There are now more than 7,000 homeless in Hawaii, the highest per capita rate in the nation. About 5,000 of those are packed into Honolulu. Many struggle with drugs, alcohol, and mental illness. Mayor Caldwell says the city is making progress. About 500 homeless were moved into housing over the past year. But recently, the number of homeless families has been soaring. A family of 6 lives in this van in the parking lot of St. Elizabeth's Episcopal Church in Honolulu. What is the hardest part about living this way?
My kids, they don't have space at nights to study their lesson, to their homework.
How do they study?
They study under the street light.
Onena, who did not want her face on camera, says her husband works full-time at a high-end restaurant for minimum wage, but not nearly enough to pay rent here.
They've done everything right. They struggle, they work, and there is no housing.
Father David Gerlach helps the family survive.
It is a government problem, and government has to step up and help fix it.
Father Gerlach says he'd like to see a homeless encampment right here in the heart of Waikiki. He says that would force the powerful tourism industry and the politicians to do more for the homeless. Jim?
Chip Reed, thank you very much. Up next, the rock star who went out on top and upside down.
If you, a family member, or a loved one suffers from knee pain and have Medicare as your primary insurance, we've got great news. you could qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Get free delivery, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers at no charge to you. If you are on Medicare and have knee pain, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost. Call the health hotline right now for details toll-free. Just takes a couple of minutes. You could qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. We also have other pain-relieving braces available for shoulder, ankle, and your back. You may be eligible to receive these items and more at little or no cost to you as well. Call right now for details toll-free. Friendly agents are standing by 24/7 to help you. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost. If you are on Medicare and have knee pain, don't wait. Our friendly representatives are standing by now to take your call.
Call 800-290-0925.
I'm Billy, and I quit smoking with Chantix. I decided to take Chantix to shut everybody else up about me quitting smoking. I was going to give it a try, but I didn't think it was going to really happen. After 1 week of Chantix, I knew I could quit.
Along with support, Chantix Varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking.
Chantix definitely helped reduce my urge to smoke.
Some people had changes in behavior, thinking or mood, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. Some had seizures while taking Chantix. If you have any of these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away. Tell your doctor about any history of mental health problems, which could get worse, or of seizures. Don't take Chantix if you've had a serious allergic or skin reaction to it. If you have these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away, as some can be life-threatening. Tell your doctor if you have heart or blood vessel problems or develop new or worse symptoms. Get medical help right away if you have symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Decrease alcohol use while taking Chantix. Use caution when driving or operating machinery. Most common side effect is nausea.
Being a non-smoker feels great.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you.
It's the little things in life that make me smile. Spending the day with my niece. I don't use Super Polygrip for hold because my dentures fit well. Before, those little pieces would get in between my dentures and my gum and it was uncomfortable.
Even well-fitting dentures let in food particles. Just a few dabs of Super Polygrip Free is clinically proven to seal out more food particles so you're more comfortable and confident while you eat.
So it's not about keeping my dentures in, it's about keeping the food particles out.
Try Super Polygrip Free.
So here's something you don't hear about every day. Twins born in different years. Jalen and Luis Valencia were born just 3 minutes apart 2 nights ago in San Diego. Jalen in the final minute of 2015, Luis in the first minutes of 2016. Now to a new perspective on retirement. On New Year's Eve, the legendary heavy metal band Motley Crue played their last show on what was billed as their farewell tour. Drummer Tommy Lee made what he hoped would be his big entrance and got stuck upside down. Took about 5 minutes to get him down. Less than 2 weeks now until the 2016 Academy Award nominations are announced. Among the A-listers sure to be watching, actress Kate Winslet, who could well be nominated for her role as an aide to Steve Jobs in the movie Steve Jobs. Winslet already has 1 Oscar, Best Actress for The Reader in 2008, a win that helped heal wounds left over from teenage bullies.
I know that those nasty bullies are still out there, and there I am with a big gold statue in my hand. I mean, that's a pretty great fist-pumping moment. That's a lovely message to say to those bullies, you know, and where are they? Where are they?
You can see my entire interview with Kate Winslet tomorrow morning on CBS Sunday Morning. Still ahead, a music teacher whose lessons are more about confidence and kindness.
Another day, and I'm still struggling with my diabetes. I do my best to manage, but it's hard to keep up with it.
Your body and your diabetes change over time. Your treatment plan may too. Know your options. Once Daily Toujeo is a long-acting insulin from the makers of Lantus. It releases slowly to provide consistent insulin levels for a full 24 hours. Toujeo also provides proven full 24-hour blood sugar control and significant A1C reduction. Toujeo is a long-acting man-made insulin used to control high blood sugar in adults with diabetes. It contains 3 times as much insulin in 1 milliliter as standard insulin. Don't use Toujeo to treat diabetic ketoacidosis during episodes of low blood sugar or if you're allergic to insulin. Allergic reaction may occur and may be life-threatening. Don't reuse needles or share insulin pens, even if the needle has been changed. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which can be serious and life-threatening. It may cause shaking, sweating, fast heartbeat, and blurred vision. Check your blood sugar levels daily while using Toujeo. Injection site reactions may occur. Don't change your dose or type of insulin without talking to your doctor. Tell your doctor if you take other medicines and about all your medical conditions. Insulins, including Toujeo, in combination with TZDs, thiazolidinediones, may cause serious side effects like heart failure that can lead to death, even if you've never had heart failure before. Don't dilute or mix Toujeo with other insulins or solutions, as it may not work as intended, and you may lose blood sugar control, which could be serious. Pay no more than $15 per prescription for 12 months. Eligibility restrictions apply. Learn more at toujeo.com/info or call 800-580-3421. Also, 9 out of 10 Medicare Part D patients can get Toujeo at the lowest branded copay.
Ask your doctor about the proven full 24-hour blood sugar control of Toujeo.
We stop arthritis pain so you don't have to stop, because you believe in Go. Onward. Today's the day. Carpe diem. Tylenol 8-hour arthritis pain has 2 layers of pain relief. The first is fast. The second lasts all day. We give you your day back. What you do with it is up to you. Tylenol.
We close tonight on a high note. So many communities around the country have that special teacher who inspires kids. In Minneapolis, a photojournalist named Tom Aviles with WCCO-TV found one named Mary Strickland, a music teacher whose students sing her praises.
In 1973, I met the principal, and she said, "We need something different here." When I find myself in times of trouble.
Without Miss Strickland, I don't know what we'd be.
She is just amazing.
Everything has changed in my life because of her.
Let it be. It's important for a child to create on whatever level they're on.
Shaking a baby now, shaking a baby.
Singing, dancing, acting, working together to do something wonderful.
You might think that it's a music class. You just learn music, nothing else.
This little light of mine.
But it's about the community.
Kindness towards friends, it's about working as a team.
Let my little light shine. See, there was the heart. I had grown up very afraid to perform. If you're on stage, you have to be energetic. And it wasn't until I had this teacher that said, "You understand how to make the music. Now just do it. Don't worry."
The thing that just stands out for Mrs. Strickland is her passion for the kids.
It's making me a better person. Then you can believe in yourself and never give up.
This is my message to you. It's important for a child to feel good about who they are. My goal here is to have children feel as confident as I had become.
She's always going to be there for you when you need it.
For as long as I shall live.
She pushes, lifts people up.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. The thing about teaching in this way is that every child shines in some way.
And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. I'm Jim Axelrod in New York. Thanks for joining us, and good night.
When winter weather threatens,
Leland said it was going to happen.
News Channel 5 is the first to tell you.
And it's here.
No matter where the first snowflake falls,
you get 5 to 8 inches of snow.
The Storm 5 weather team will catch it with the power of 5 live radars. And the very second your school director makes the call, you'll see it here immediately.
County school systems closed.
Your leader in school closing information. News Channel 5 Snow Watch. Powered by these fine sponsors. Sky 5, the only full-time morning news helicopter, only on News Channel 5. From your news and information leader, this is News Channel 5 at 6.
If you can't feed them, don't own them. Move them on.
you know, because it's raw. It's just raw.
2 weeks after multiple animals were rescued from a property in Louis